Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. Ignore the mess. I'm in the dead center of all of the construction happening in this office, so there's just a giant pile of various stuff behind me. Ignore it. I'll do my best to ignore it as well. We have to listen to the new Contingency contract song. This one is one that literally got uploaded the day I uploaded my other Arknights song, and I was like, oh, of course, it had to happen like an hour after I was done. So I had to get back to it as soon as I could. All the other videos and songs and topics and such I talk about will, of course, be back, but I've just been focusing on these big ones because they're just so good, and I know they're going to be good. So it's like, let's go. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into it, shall we? Ooh. I like the vocal effect happening there. Hey, wait a minute. Hey, wait. Yo. Woo. I love what they're doing with the vocals here. That's really neat to me. Woo. We all know how I love texture. And I really love the layering. I mean, compositionally, it's great as well, of course, but I really like the way this one is built vocally. Ooh, we're building in. There it is. Let's go. This is a great style blend. Not enough people in this world do like a pop metal blend. It's a really neat blend. You know, it's kind of giving me Cold Rain vibes. Ooh, okay, we're shifting. I want to see where this is gonna go. We're in a bridge. Are we gonna get like a sick breakdown? Woo. A soft breakdown. Love that delay. The backing vocals. Honestly, the vocal at the end there kind of sounded a little goofy. So what a return to the contingency contracts. That gave me huge Operation Base Point energy. I mean, of course, by all means, it was its own unique sound, but it had a similar kind of thing going on, especially in the heavier sections. Doing the pop metal blend is something that not enough people do, and I mean like in that way, because there's plenty of pop metal out there, but that is like a very specific little niche of pop metal, this hybrid of utilizing the electronic sounds and this more like poppy, dancey K-pop tone, and then matching that with heavy riffs, breakdowns, lots of double pedal, and just like leaning into both of those extremes so well and blending them. It's something that just not enough people do, and I loved that one. The vocalist on this one was super sick. A lot of vocal work going on here. Of course, I mentioned the layering, having that effect. It was like this crackling, just very, very staticky kind of sound underneath all the main vocals, and then having the background vocals just brightening everything up and keeping that lifted. His tone was really high, higher than most you would hear out of that genre, and that's not a bad thing. It's a very unique thing, and I think that sounds really cool, actually. I, of course, kind of joked with it at the end because that last little vocal line just kind of sounded a little goofy, but it's purely because it was on its own and there was nothing else around it to kind of blend it in, so it just kind of sounded like a kid yelling in the background just a little bit, but it didn't like ruin the song. There's plenty more metal vocalists out there who lean into the lower end of growls and have a lot of that vocal fry going on and kind of just set down in the chest, and this guy sang a lot in his head voice, his falsetto, and was pulling all of that energy out the top, so that was kind of what made everything feel brighter. It brought the energy up a little bit instead of feeling quite as heavy, so you get this nice blend that works really well with the pop, something that is traditionally pretty bright and just welcoming, and then a genre like metal that is more commonly dark, heavier, and a lot more aggressive. But singing it with lighter vocals like that really does add a different tone to the whole song. So it's just really cool. Of course, I could go off about the drums on this song. The drums were just immaculate. The timing on all of the hits, of course, was perfect. The amount of playing that can be done in certain sections of metal and pop can be very different, so it's hard to find a balance in both unique genres than it is even trying to blend those two and trying not to overstep your boundaries, putting too much double pedal in, putting too many like breakdown rhythms in there going halftime. It can be a very difficult blend trying to get something as light as pop and having the drums balance well with something as heavy and slow as metal can be. So balancing that out is just an absolute challenge, and I think they did a great job doing that. I never once through this song was like, okay, that's too much pop and not enough metal. There was an immaculate blend of both, and they, from drums up, did a fantastic job getting all that sound out there. And now hearing this, I'm plenty excited to see what else comes out of more Contingency contract songs. They always put their most into these songs and these lobby themes and everything, so I'm really excited to see what happens more in the future. I hope they keep doing them because every single time it's another banger from Arknights, and we all know it here. So thank you very much for watching. I think that's all I can say. If you like this video and you want to support me and all that, you know how to do that, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye!